Hey guys, it's for Bravo, bringing you quick tip number 2. And today we're going to be talking about reference tracks. Now, reference tracks are using someone else's track, generally someone who's doing really well in the industry, someone who has a really quality sound and has quality really clean, and someone who has an interesting song structure. Now, what reference tracks are really is you use the other person's song to help develop your song structure. Also, you can use it to get your mix to the same level as theirs, increasing the quality of your song. And it's not copying their song, it's just kind of duplicating some elements structurally and in the mix down. And why is this important? Is as a young producer, you may not have a good grasp and not be able to really develop a creative structure in your song. So that's why it's important to really look at other song structures and know when, to add an element, when to take away an element. And they're all different elements. Like, you're not stealing their elements. It's just helping your song structure. So generally, an artist will add a new element every 8 measures, or it varies. 16 or 8 is usually the point where people will get bored, so they change something. So the first song, I'm not going to play the song for copyright reasons, but I'm just going to go through. I already had one made, and then we're going to make one on one of my songs. So as you can see right here, this part was just the lead, so I made individual MIDI clips. There's nothing in the MIDI, this is just for me. Here's added vocals and claps, and you can see like at a part like here where I have the drop, I put little things for fills, because fills keep a song interesting. So it's important just when you're making a track, I look at this structure and say, hey, I need to change something up here, throw something in there, and it can add a lot to your track. Now we're gonna go ahead and use one of my tracks as a reference track. And I wouldn't suggest this because I am not the level of producer that you would want to be referencing. You would obviously, if you're in trap, you might want to reference OK, or maybe Lucas. They have very good quality songs. And if you're in big room, I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know a lot of current big room producers, but obviously everyone referenced Martin Garrix for a while. So we're gonna just go through this track. So here is the start. Okay, so probably something that would help is to have this start on the 1 beat. Okay, so I believe the first 8 bars is just just like a Rhodes piano. So we're gonna, actually this is not a MIDI clip. Let's grab a MIDI channel. Insert MIDI clip. So we'll Control R, rename this. So just piano chords. Okay, and then something new comes in right here. This is not even warped correctly. Oh man. Okay, so I think it's 127. All right, so something comes in here. So we're gonna add for the next 8, include or introduce. Oh my gosh, I cannot spell. Sax. Okay, so the saxophone came in here. Okay. So here came the hi-hats. Okay, so you can kind of get the idea. Hi-hats. You can kind of get the idea of what it's like. So essentially just go through the whole song. a song that you like, develop the structure. Then once you're done, you can start your own track, get maybe chords here. It doesn't have to be piano, chords, and then when introduce sax, you probably aren't going to want to use a saxophone depending on your song. You can introduce a new element. So it doesn't really matter. You don't have to copy the exact elements. Um, but so sax here is kind of irrelevant. We can just say like a lead, then introduce hi-hats that can be similar. So that's a way of using reference tracks. Let's see what time I'm at, 5 minutes. Okay, and the other way, which is another great way, is for mixdowns. Now, both these tracks have been mixed and mastered, so this isn't really for like I'm not going to mix it right down in front of you, but essentially what you can do, you can grab most DAWs will have a built-in spectrum. So you grab a spectrum, throw them on both channels. So let's look at this spectrum. So you can check out how your track looks. And then you jump over to this professional track, which I can't play for copyright reasons, but then you look at the way their spectrum looks. And you're going to want to try to get your spectrum as close to theirs. And obviously there's a lot that goes into that. Like if you have elements in different spots at different frequencies, you can't completely duplicate it. But I'm talking the bass will be the highest point in your mix, and then just kind of check out the mids and like how they compare to the highs in that aspect. Something else I like to do is throw a multiband on there, just to look at your song. This song's pretty bassy, which is probably a lot different than a lot of professional tracks, but for me, when I was making it, it just worked because there's not a ton going on in this song. So I hope that cleared up a lot with reference tracks. I know it's kind of a lot to cover, and I didn't want to make this video too long. But remember, if you have any questions, you can comment them or email me. I'll put the link to my email in the description. And if you didn't check out my first quick tip, you can go check that out. And also, if you have any suggestions for things that you're kind of confused about that you want cleared up, yeah, feel free to comment and I'll make a video on it. The next couple quick tips are going to be kind of advanced mixdown kind of stuff. So stay tuned for that. It should be out in the next couple days. Anyways, subscribe and thanks for watching.